Nick Rice on hand from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome at downtown of the Bayou for the sights of the biggest game of the year for the Packers and the Saints. The winner to the Super Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia. And they'll line up with the Packers with a three-man front against three receivers for the Saints. Drees drops back to throw. Brees unloads it right sideline and finds the toe-tapping tight end. They'll spread it out with an empty set with Brees on a 2nd and 9. He takes the shotgun snap, looks and flips it over the middle, caught by the diving Michael Thomas, the former Buckeye of the Ohio State. The winners of the AFC earlier today over the Baltimore Ravens 16-6. Brees scoops up a low snap, hands it to Ingram, and he is walloped for a loss. Needs the 35 to move the chains. Meredith to the right slot. Against the nickel, Brees a play action. He looks. He has plenty of time. He continues to scan the field. He slings it down the left sideline. The pass is caught by Meredith, who taps his way out of bounds at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. Until last year, Green Bay had been on 8 straight trips to the playoffs and is one of the dominant teams in the history of the NFL. Out of the NFC, here's a draw to Williams, who cuts upfield and slashes to the 30. That is one of the main reasons why head coach Mike McCarthy, so disappointed with his ground game, went with the change. Rodgers against the blitz, scrambles right, throws, and that pass is caught on the boundary by Trevor Davis. Be an incredible contributor against the Ram defense running the ball. Off his back foot, Rodgers' throw is caught on the boundary but out of bounds. On the coverage, that was Ken Crawley. New Orleans, as the Saints have the football, they lead 3-0. A straight-ahead run over the right guard. Ingram is loose to the 30, makes a man miss, slips a tackle down the field, and is down to the 43-yard line. A marvelous run for Mark Ingram. He had 1 yard rushing on the first drive. Bunch set right on a 1st and 10. Brees takes a helmet-high snap, shoots it down the field. The pass is caught by Michael Thomas. Green Bay with a nickel defense. Back to throw Brees. He guns it right, caught helmet high. Here's Watson, and he's wrapped up quickly. The tackle by Martinez. Also Thomas with Ted Ginn singled up right. Brees takes a helmet high snap, looks again, flips it short, caught by Ingram on the run. He's at the 30, cuts upfield, and has the Saints first down. What a run. What has been a fantastic game so far. 2-by-2 tight to the line for the Saints receivers. Brees takes a shotgun snap, looks down the field, unloads. He goes to the end zone. Leaping catch. Touchdown for Cameron Meredith as he makes an over-the-shoulder grab in traffic to give the Saints a 2-score lead. A terrific effort. His 2nd touchdown in as many weeks, the 4-year pro from Illinois State. He had to lay out for the football as well and just makes a sensational effort near the back line. The tackle was made well after he caught the ball by Jake Ryan, who was covering. The linebacker from Michigan was just a step behind the Saints receiver against a nickel defense of New Orleans. They creep up a 7th at the line, a straight drop. Rodgers looks to throw, fires down the field, and finds an open Cobb. And he is spilled to the 46-yard line. There is an injury, and Randall Cobb is hurt. The tackle made by the safety Von Bell as Cobb is wincing, holding on to his left hand. This is the NFC Championship game presented by Charger Dude 95. Welcome back to New Orleans. The Saints lead at 10-0. In favor of the injured Randall Cobb, they sub in Geronimo Allison to the Packers, 4-year star from Miami, who caught a critical touchdown in the victory over the Rams. Straight ahead run, here's Williams, who motors to the 39-yard line. Valdez-Scantling to the left slot. Rodgers is straight drop back. He looks, he rolls to his right. He has plenty of time. He'll tuck and Rodgers will run. He's at the 30, he has the first down, and slides to the 25-yard line ahead of Demario Davis. 3rd and 5. Green Bay inside the red zone of the New Orleans 20, the left hash. Rodgers takes a shotgun snap, guns it over the middle to Montgomery. And the tailback makes the catch as wide receiver and picks up a Packer first down in the playoffs. And the Packers, missing the postseason last year, were one and done the year before that. Rodgers takes a shotgun snap, looks down the field, fires into the end zone, caught by Geronimo Allison. Touchdown Green Bay. What a catch by Allison, the four-year star from Illinois, his second touchdown in as many weeks as he hauled in a long ball from Rodgers, and the victory over the Rams in Los Angeles. Terrific throw and an even better catch. We have reached halftime from the NFC Championship game. The winner to the Super Bowl to tangle with the New England Patriots. 2 quarters complete. The Saints in a shootout lead the Packers 10-7. But Green Bay will receive to begin the third quarter. We will be back to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans in just a moment. This is the NFC Championship game presented by Charger Dude 95. As they bring in 2 tight ends left to begin the third quarter. Back in action, Rodgers fakes the handoff, dropping back, scrambles to his right again, shoots it deep. It's caught on the boundary from Randall Cobb, his second catch of the ball game. 1st and 10 for the Packers on the road, down 10-7 here early in the third quarter. Rodgers takes a belt high snap. He'll tuck it and run, running ahead across the 40 and scampers to the 37-yard line, sliding ahead of Lattimore. It's a gain of 13. Allison, who caught the touchdown, he is at the slot to the left. 3 receivers total for Green Bay. Rodgers fakes the handoff, looks, he drops back, scrambles left again. He has plenty of room. Rodgers takes off to the 30, 25-20, 15-10, and Rodgers is pulled down from Robertson at the 8. 60 yards rushing. Green Bay had been dreadful the first 2 weeks from Montgomery running the ball, so Rodgers takes matters into his own hands. It's a scamper of 29 by nearly 60 yards. As Breeze crouches under center with a 3-man front for Green Bay, they begin with a run over the left guard. Here's Ingram. He finds a seam and is spun down by Matthews at the 37-yard line. They had nearly a minute more time of possession than Green Bay, so that was certainly a big storyline. Empty set. He flips it to an open Benjamin Watson, who makes the catch. Back in the early days, it was Marcus Colston. Here it is Michael Thomas. Breeze unloads it over the middle, caught by the diving Cameron Meredith. A terrific catch and a gain of 6. Packers with a 3-man front. It's a tight 2-by-2 for the Saints. Breeze takes a shotgun snap, settles for the safety valve. That is Coleman who makes the catch. On a crossing route, he is down to the 38-yard line. Williams makes the tackle. And the second best passing attack during these playoffs, led by Drew Brees, is at the 43-yard line of the right hash, tied at 10. Straight ahead run. Here's Ingram, who cuts upfield and is smoked at the 41. The tackle made by Kenny Clark. Ingram flanks Breeze to the left. A 2-by-2 tied to the line for the Saints receivers. As Breeze takes the helmet high snap, looks to throw again, dropping back. He has plenty of time, fires it deep, tipped, and incomplete. The deflection from Josh Jones, the star safety, forces the 3rd down stop. And have stormed back to tie the game. 1:13 to go in the third. Packer football. A straight ahead run to the left guard. Here's Williams, who spins across the 50, and it's brought to a halt at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 4 in New Orleans territory. Rodgers looks, steps up, fires. The pass is caught by the diving Randall Cobb. Welcome back to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The Packers overcoming a 10-point deficit to tie the game at 10 apiece. 2 receivers left, including Allison in the slot. 1 to the right. Rodgers on a 3rd down. Looks, steps up in the pocket, unloads. It's caught in a crossing route. Williams is wrapped up near the 1st down line, but he is taken down short. The tackle by Patrick Robinson. Important for the Saints. 4 receivers in the ball game for Drew Brees and company. He waits, takes a shotgun snap, looks to throw off his back foot. The pass is incomplete. In the second half, empty set for Brees and company. As he waits and takes a shotgun snap, he looks again, plenty of time. He sets his feet, chucks it to the right side, caught from Hill, who breaks a tackle, cutting to his left, and is down to the 48-yard line. He had been a huge contributor on critical 3rd downs against Philadelphia, and Hill makes another catch. It's a gain of 14. 2-back set as well for the New Orleans Saints. Breeze drops back, looks, slings it deep. It's caught by the diving Tre'Quan Smith. Now there is a penalty flag down in the New Orleans backfield. The penalty on Vince Beigel, who had been mainly a backup this season. 3 receivers in the set for New Orleans on a 2nd and 10. Breeze waits with a 3-man rush. It's a draw to Kamara, and he is nailed. What a hit from Kenny Clark. with a four-man rush. It's another run to Ingram, and he is stacked up with a 14-yard line. That is a head-scratching decision by Sean Payton and the Saints as Muhammad Wilkerson makes the tackle. Green Bay setting up shop on maybe the most critical drive of the entire season at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Rodgers hands over the right guard. Here's Williams, who cuts outside and is smoked by A.J. Klein back at the line of scrimmage. A run for no gain. Tied at 13, under 3 to go in the NFC Championship game. Rodgers with a play-action fake, and with a four-man rush, he steps up and rolls to his right, guns it down the right sideline to Graham. First down make for Green Bay at the 42-yard line. Rodgers averaging 9 yards in attempts, brings in 3 receivers with Graham, the tight end, left. From the pistol, Rodgers takes the belt high snap, throws the slant to Allison, who makes the catch helmet high and picks up a Green Bay first down. Four-man front for New Orleans. Packers at their own 46. High snap. Rodgers, another play-action fake. Chucks it over the middle. Off the hands of Davis. Incomplete. As it was jarred loose by Williams of the New Orleans secondary. Quarter tied at 13 in the NFC Championship game. Saints with a nickel defense. They'll rush 4. Rodgers rolls right. He'll tuck it. Here's Rodgers scrambling outside the pocket. Saints defense has played strong in huge portions. Rodgers looks and scrambles out of the pocket. He's being chased. He will run, and Rodgers is stacked up short. Timeout Sean Payton and the Saints with 1:53 to go in the game as Craig Robertson makes the important stop. In a back-and-forth game, we are down to the final 1:48. The Saints, from their own 12, take over tied at 13. Bunch set left. Breeze throws quickly over the middle to Cameron Meredith, who spins to the 18, spilled after a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 for Breeze and company. He takes the snap, slings it down the left sideline to Thomas, and he reels it into the 31-yard line. Saints go no huddle. 1:09 to go in the game. 1:08. Saints have 2 timeouts now at their own 31-yard line. Breeze scans the field, throws off his back foot over the middle. It's incomplete. Knocked away by Matthews. 2nd and 10. Breeze waits and takes the shotgun snap again with just a 3-man rush. He scans the field, flips over the middle to Smith, and he's wrapped up with the 38-yard line. Will Lutz, the kicker for New Orleans, is waiting patiently on the sideline. Saints marching from their own 12 to the 38-yard line. 3rd and 3. Breeze flips it over the middle to Coleman, and he takes a tumble to the 48-yard line. New Orleans is moving quickly, led by Breeze. 16 of 27 passing for the Saints quarterback. On the ball, it's New Orleans with the no-huddle. Early movement up front, and with a clock runoff, there's just 23 seconds to go in a false start. And that will back up New Orleans 5 more yards. Clive Walford, the guilty party. 2nd and 10 for Drew Brees and company as he takes the snap out of the shotgun. Throws to Watson across the 50, and he is pulled down to the 45-yard line. They get closer off the 7-yard gain, but with a no-huddle, Saints are running short on time. 6 seconds, 5 seconds over the middle to Watson, who makes the catch, and down he goes at the 37-yard line. New Orleans is in a position to win the game here with 3 seconds left and out of timeouts. For a trip to the Super Bowl for the New Orleans Saints. Snap, ball down, off the hold from Savage. The kick is on the way, and it is short. And that will do it for regulation as we are headed to overtime here from New Orleans. The Saints and the Packers in a back-and-forth affair as the extra period will decide who advances to Atlanta for Super Bowl 53. The Saints begin overtime with a football. New Orleans setting up shop at their own 25-yard line. Line up in a 2-by-2, tight to the line. Packers with a nickel defense. Saints beginning overtime with a run to Kamara over the left guard, and he is spilled at the 26. Ryan makes the stop. Kamara, 6 carries for 10 yards. He has been an afterthought against this Green Bay defense in this game. The NFC Championship, high drama here from New Orleans. The Saints and the Packers in a back-and-forth battle, tied at 13. And for the Saints, a touchdown would win the game. A field goal in this possession would give the Packers a chance to counter with a score themselves. Single back handoff, Ingram over the right tackle, who motors to the 28-yard line. The tackle by Martinez, who has 5 stops and 2 for loss in this game, as the Saints face a 3rd and 7. New Orleans, so far this postseason, have been converting nearly 45% of their 3rd downs, as they will need the 35 in order to keep this drive alive. Packers looking to force a 3-and-out. empty set for New Orleans. Breeze takes the snap, scans the field, fires over the middle, tipped off the foot of Hill, and it's incomplete. And the Packers take over. The next score wins the game. Rodgers 10 of 17, 145 yards and a touchdown today, passing for the Packers as they'll spread out two receivers. Rodgers under center, overlooking a 4-3 defense for New Orleans. Rodgers calls signals. A play-action fake. He looks. He unloads over the middle. Over to Cobb, who makes the catch to the 50 and is tackled to the 45-yard line. A strike of 32 from Rodgers to Cobb, who is injured in the first half. And so far, the Packers have been put in a position to win the game. Stretch run left. Here's Williams, who spins out of a tackle and is smothered to the backfield by way of Marcus Williams. His second tackle for loss today. Second and a long 11 for Green Bay. Devontae Adams is the receiver to the left. Rodgers hands it to Williams again, and he is walloped at the 47-yard line. And now the Packers need the 35 of New Orleans to keep this drive alive. Jamon Moore is one of two wideouts left and one to the right. Rodgers from the pistol takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks and steps up in the pocket. Rolling right, shoots it deep. It's caught by Davis. He slips a tackle at the 20 and is down to the 13-yard line for a gain of 34. And Green Bay is in the red zone with a chance to win the game. Trevor Davis, who had just one catch all of regulation, breaks two tackles after a monster pickup, converting a third down and 12. And now the Packers have a chance to win the game here from New Orleans. Green Bay brings out the field goal unit. This would be for the win and a trip to the Super Bowl. Out of the hold from Hundley, Mason Crosby to be the hero for the Packers. Snap, ball down. It's a fake. A toss to Crosby. He throws end zone. Jimmy Graham's got it. And Green Bay advances to the Super Bowl. And what a way to do it. A 13-yard pass from the kicker Mason Crosby. And the Packers have knocked off the Saints by the final of 19-13. What a performance by the Green Bay offense and even some special teams, making a big impact down in the red zone for the Packers. Outstanding performance today for Drew Brees, who threw for over 200 yards and a touchdown and orchestrated a marvelous fourth quarter comeback. But the Packers were just too much down the stretch. Thank you for watching the Charger Dude 95 2018 NFL Sim Season Series. The Packers meet the Patriots in Atlanta for Super Bowl 53. With that, I appreciate your patience throughout this entire season. Tomorrow, June 15, I plan on releasing the NFL Sim Pro Bowl featuring all of the greatest players throughout the year. And by the way, Aaron Rodgers wins MVP of that game too, and you will see why. And then on Father's Day, I will create a live stream of Super Bowl 53 between Green Bay and New England. See you then.